Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, did you watch Joe Biden's speech last night? Boy, was it a bunch of baloney. This guy has no shame. But remember what I said, these political gangsters, they know that they can put on a suit and look like a president and walk out there and say whatever they want to say. And they know that there's a large segment of America, sometimes as much as half, that will just accept anything that spews forth from their vocal cords, their vile vocal cords. I have a teleprompter that I could use, but I never want to use a teleprompter. I just don't like teleprompters. So when I do this show, I'm just doing it. No teleprompter or anything. So when I want a cheat sheet, I have it in my hand and I got it. This is some of the things that guy said last night. That guy being President Trump. Hit with the virus that was met with silence and spread unchecked, denials for days, weeks, and then months. That's what he said last night. President Trump shut down travel in China, from China to and from, and Biden mocked it, was against it. Finding light in the darkness is a very American thing to do. I don't think a pall of darkness has fallen across America any worse than the Joe Biden administration in less than 2 freaking months. And I'm so tired of him saying he carries around a card in his pocket of how many Americans died from COVID. Does he carry around in his pocket the number of businesses that has failed? Does he carry around with the Democratic states, governors, and DeWine? Of course, DeWine might as well be a Democrat. Does he carry around all the kids who've committed suicide? I heard yesterday that the increase in 13 to 18-year-olds, depression, 50%. Self-harm, 60 to 70%. The increases are just unbelievable. Depression, anxiety, up 50%. That is some huge freaking numbers. He says one of the worst things that you can do as a parent is to tell them, I've lost my job. How many jobs have Democratic governors and the media caused this country to lose? Generation of children who may be set back. Too often we've turned against each other. States pitted against each other instead of working with each other. This son of a bitch said he was going to be president for every America. He hasn't done one thing for our half of America. He hasn't worked bipartisan on one damn thing. He's just a liar. He's a freaking political gangster, hack, demented liar. It makes me so damn mad, as you can tell. He says, tell the truth, follow the scientists, work together, put trust in our government. Who in the hell trusts God? Does he pay attention to the polls of what people think of our government? Somebody looked at this, I just want you to tell me the truth, tell me the truth. Well, guess what, woman? You asked the wrong freaking guy to tell you the truth. 2 months ago, our country didn't have enough. Now, at the direction and assistance of my administration, Operation Warp Speed and everything Trump did would have never have happened under an Obama-Biden administration. They would have let this thing take forever because it gave them more control for a longer period of time. The fact that there's been a lot of vaccinations since Trump left office January 20th is because of Trump. It hasn't got a damn thing to do with Joe Biden. But he's shameless. He's willing to go out there and claim credit for it. So when I took office 50 days ago, only 8% American. Well, guess what? That's because it was just rolling out. You lying son of a bitch. With new guidance from Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, American Rescue Plan. He calls it the American Rescue Plan. $350 billion to supplement Obamacare. Rescue plan my ass. Get this one. So my message to you is this. Listen to Dr. Fauci. Oh, you mean the Dr. Fauci that said it's all okay, you don't need to wear a mask? And then the guy who said, oh, we're going to stem this curve, flatten this curve in 2 weeks? You mean the Dr. Fauci who said, oh, now you got to wear a mask. Oh, now you got to wear 2 masks. Dr. Fauci doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Listen to Dr. Fauci. Then he had to close with some unity. We lost faith in whether our government. Hey, I didn't lose faith in the government that was ran by Donald Trump. I've lost faith in the government that was led by Obama and Biden and George Bush 43 and Joe Biden. And just less than 2 months. America's coming back. And he closes with all this freaking unity crap. Joe Biden, golly, man. The only thing I can say is I hope we survive. I hope we survive until 2022. New York City schools, they are trying to tell kids that they shouldn't use the words mom and dad. You know, every day I report the latest cancellation, the latest Dr. Seuss character, the latest Disney character, you know, mom and dad. Can't use mom and dad? Military. You know, Tucker Carlson's been getting some heat because he's going after what the military's been doing, woke or war. And he's right. Isn't our military's number one job is to keep us safe, not be politically correct and make sure transies and women take any job that they can get, so forth and so on? It's screwed up. Reparations in Chicago. There's a neighborhood in Evanston that's going to give people a $25,000, and I got this written down because I want to make sure I get this right. $25,000 towards home ownership as long as you live there between 1919 and 1969, and they're going to use a tax on legal marijuana to pay for it. It begins. By the way, on this reparations issue, I was thinking about, what about all the other groups that have been prosecuted and persecuted at some time or another in this country? How do we decide that? Reparations. Netflix sharing. Folks, Netflix apparently is going to crack down on Netflix. You know how it works. One family gets Netflix and everybody uses it. I don't know anything about it, but I'm just telling you, be a little careful. They say they're going to go after you harshly on that. Netflix. This story caught my eye, and I want to make sure I don't screw it up. Herbert Alford, this is another example. It's not black or white. By the way, this man happens to be black. It is circumstances. Herbert Alford was convicted of second-degree murder in 2016 for the 2011 shooting death of Michael Adams. Prosecutors said he shot Adams in an argument over marijuana in a parking lot in South Lansing, Michigan. He was, in fact, 7 miles away, renting a car at the Hertz at the Capital Regional International Airport. Hertz finally found the receipt in 2018, and Alford was released from prison last year in 2020. Now he's suing the company. Now, this pisses me off in all kinds of ways. But I got it. If they found the damn receipt in 2018, the system, it takes him 2 freaking years to get the hell out of jail? How's the system let this happen? By the way, this should be a rallying cry against the system far more than police, the police issue. Far more. UK basketball, you know, I generally, don't talk about basketball, but I know many of you are UK fans, especially those that live in Kentucky. And I just want to say this. Aren't you glad it's over? It was like, yeah, maybe we could win the SEC tournament. Nah, I just put them out of their misery. But if you're going to have a lousy season, because Duke isn't going to make the tournament either, isn't this year the year to have a bad season? Let's face it, this year sucked. So why not just have a bad season this year? Last but not least, I want to share something with you. We now have 4,700 and I think 70 some odd subscribers. So I want to thank you. Remember, please tag everybody. Download the app for the Bulldog Show. Download the app for the Bulldog Reports. And subscribe to my show on the YouTube channel. we've had 112,000 views in 48 hours. That's kind of what we're cranking out here. Also, you can follow me on all those other social, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, on and on and on. But I really appreciate it. And remember, big giveaways are coming up on St. Patrick's Day and Easter. So you need to subscribe, get going, share with your friends. Last but not least, daylight savings time hits us. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.